Hello friends, it's Danny here. I had several people reach out and they wanted to see a new craft room tour. So I said, sure. Let me see if I can zoom out. There we go. The last one I did was like May of 2023. I have added some things since then. It's August 22nd, 2024. So I also have to put a little disclaimer. I have been crafting for 18, 19 years. I have collected a lot of stuff. I feel very fortunate. I have taken over what was supposed to be like probably like the formal living room of our house. And I've also taken over my son's part of his bedroom. He's out on his own, so it's just like an extra room. So I keep my Stamping Up stamps in there and like some old wood mount ones and some old rubber ones. I won't be showing that on this video, but that's there. The newest addition, one of the newest additions, is that my husband built these shelves for me to help me have a little bit more room in here without taking up a lot of floor space. I store most of my stuff by company. Up here at the top is Scrappy Boy. Back in the corner is my Copic refills. Over here is My Favorite Things. Not Too Shabby, The Greeting Farm. Let's see, Craft and Kimmy. Then Assorted Companies. Down here, I just have like some kits and stuff. Pink and Main, Newton's Nook. And then down on the floor, I have some very old card kits that I need to use up. And you see all those binders. When I get a stamp set or a die set, I immediately either stamp it or cut it out and put it in those binders so that I know what I have. Makes it so that, as a rule, I don't buy duplicates. There are the occasion that I do, but most of the time, no. On this shelf right here, I have some old La La Land club kits. On top of that, I usually like stack my projects that I'm working on for Scrappy Boy because I work a couple months ahead. And then on this shelf here, I have all the foiling, well, not all, I have some of the foiling stuff. I have my mini mink and then my Pink and Main foils. And then over here, I have the glimmer machine and then my hot foil dies are there. I have my very crooked cart here. I got it at a yard sale. I don't care that it's crooked. I have its sister behind me, so you'll see that in a minute. It's my mantle. I love displaying the cards that I receive. If you'd ever like to send me a card, just send me an email and I will happily get you my address. And I'd love to send you one. So again, just send me an email and I'd love to send you one. The elephant picture up there, a friend at the zoo, when I worked there, her dad had taken that. They didn't want it anymore. I absolutely love it. He actually took it in Africa. Elephants are my favorite animal, so I love that. Let's see, down here, over in these white containers, shells, drawers, whatever you want to call them, are my punches. Over here is like envelopes, and in these boxes are all cards. Hopefully going to go to the craft fair in a couple months. Over here, more punches. And then that little white, tall, skinny cabinet is full of envelopes. Back in the corner is a litter box. We don't need to see that. I do have a bed here for Alyssa, my cat. Sometimes she uses it, sometimes she doesn't. I have this cart here. It has my Ohuhu markers. It's where I keep my ATG and my Score Buddy. The second shelf has my Misties, cut up paper, Catherine Pooler cardstock. Since I color so much, I keep it in a little container in there. I guess I can walk over here. And then also a container that has all the stamps I use on the back of my cards. But there, I keep that just card front size so I can grab it when I want to stamp and color. And then on the bottom are just assorted markers. Behind that, I guess I can move it, are on the bottom is my Cricut that I never ever use, stickles, Stamping Up, and some Sizzix dies. And then before I file my cards away, this is kind of where they live. On top of this, I just today got the platinum die cutting machine because I wanted a larger machine for like some of the treat bag or treat box dies and things like that. And some of the Scrappy Boy stamps dies are a little bit larger. They work in the Big Shot, but I feel that will be easier, so I'm super excited about that. I'm going to keep the Big Shot out just because I love it and I know that I will use it. Over here, I do have my Scan and Cut. I do use that quite a bit. I keep the cans of adhesive on it so that Alyssa does not sit on it. And then I have just a homemade thing, I guess you could say. I took a cookie sheet, I put a magnetic sheet on top of it, and then when I'm die cutting, I set my dies here so that they're not getting lost because that magnetic sheet will hold them. And I keep my glass mat underneath there. In this, there are drawers. This one has all my stencil pastes and glitters and things like that. The second one, I keep all my bits and pieces and colored images. And I'm not going to open the other one because it's kind of like the junk drawer. Down below, we have dies upon dies upon dies. Over here we have extra cardstock and then my rainbow cardstock. This is also kind of a hodgepodge. This shelf here and this shelf here I use to dry things so that Alyssa doesn't get into them. My colored pencils, my watercolor marker pen things that I hardly ever use, my Scentsy. Over here is just another shelf. It's full of like shaker bits, embellishments, paints, my embossing stuff, just they're just drawers full of stuff. We'll just say stuff. This is one of the things I love about my room, although I'm about ready to take it down maybe and change things up, but my great grandma gave this to me, and it's actually a school desk. This part folds down and there's like things and you can scroll. It's really cool. My family got me Needle, if you're a Game of Thrones fan. I have Needle in here. They got that for me for my birthday last year, I think it was. Let's see, let's walk over here. 12 by 12 paper. And Alyssa, we have a rocking chair in here in case anybody wants to sit with me when I'm in here crafting. I have 2 laser printers. One's black and white, one's color. We just put this in here, new shelves, because I just started doing Animal Crossing Legos. And I have my Miss Pac-Man machine. Yes, I'm spoiled. I'll admit it. It actually has a lot of games on it. It's super fun to take a break and play that. Some of my refills and ink pads. These are like when I have ideas, I write them down. Down below is starting to be like an overflow. I have some stamps, some adhesives, my little turned thing there for my pencils. This is where I sit most of the time, so I do have a TV on the wall. And let's see, over here, right next to me, I have my Copics, and then I have some inks, I have some foils, things that I can grab really easy. All right, let's come around here. Over here, 6x6 paper in the little polka dot cubbies. The top one's flowers. The other 2 are just like miscellaneous stuff. On that same wall, I have this, oh, I just knocked something off. This light that my son made me. It's the most favorite picture I have of my kids when they were little. Thought it was so cool. He 3D printed that for me. I'm a Stampin' Up fan. I have all the inks and refills from years upon years. 6x6 paper. When I started, I was with the Angel Company, so all of these are the Angel Company stamps. More paper, embroidery floss and random things, more stamps, and in here are more stamps. And then we turn around, I knocked something on the ground there. I have like this little toolbox that I keep all of my Jaded Blossom gnome parts in. Jaded Blossom stamps and dies, embossing folder, hodgepodge of things, more 12 by 12 paper. There's the Leaning Cart sister. I'm just keeping like some paper and some stamps in there. On top is all my stencils. And I think that that's about it for my room. It's always just fun to share our spaces, see what kind of ideas we can get. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them in the description box below. And until my next video, go do something for yourself and go get crafty. We'll end with a nice shot of Alyssa.